All right, we're going home.
Obviously. What motivated you?
I mean, I've told you before, I've always wanted to do it, you know, as a kid.
Yeah, but there's something that happened that pushed you to actually, like, do it.
I think it was closeness. Because now that was like something I could check off the box that Sylvia couldn't be like, oh, that's so far. You're like, you're wasting money.
That sounds like a wife to me.
You know, like now.
Man, we got a lot of tough guys coming in now, which is awesome, but sucks at the same time because now we gotta really work.
Yeah,
dude, everyone's leveling up.
Everyone's leveling up, and
that's what Yusuf was talking about today. Because I know he is a little sporadic.
Yeah,
but he's like, dude, like, everyone's getting so good. He's like, I love
it's
it.
so true. It's so true. Even these guys like only come in like a couple, but once you really just start understanding like basics, it gets really hard. Yeah. Even like Jacob, you know, he's 14, freaking sticking bones and shit, dude.
Dude, it's so hard to choke him because my arms could only get so
same
tight.
thing. I had
his little neck is still there.
I had it.
Like, dude,
I had it deep today. I was like this. I'm like, fuck, I'm not gonna choke him here. Yeah. So I had to like do something else. But I knew like as soon as I put it in, I'm like, there's all this space. His neck is so small.
Yeah. I was gonna say it probably has no neck then.
Yeah, it's like trying to choke that can right there. It's like, you know, like, fuck. I can't do it, you know.
So, Joe, I know you're like the newest one here right now. As far as like in jiu-jitsu, I guess like what's been that experience for you? And for me, the biggest was how it helped me, I guess, in other areas of my life. So I want to hear your thoughts on that.
I'm still trying to adjust to like what you said, not having to win every moment. I like the competition. First off, I love competition.
Yeah, I get
so when we get to go live, I enjoy that a lot.
How many days do you guys go again? Joe, how many days do you go?
Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. If I can make it all 3 days.
You too?
Yeah, I mean, like I try to do minimum 3 days a week, and then
3's good. Like if you can make 3's good. Yeah. Actually, it can be kind of hard. Like
you'll learn a lot in 3 days.
Yeah,
if you go consistently 3 days a week, like you'll like catch on fairly quick.
Yeah, like, but I knew that like first starting out. So then I ended up going like every day. I went to morning class. I would go to afternoon class. I would go to evening class. I would do them all, just because like I don't know. I felt like if I went more, the chances of me being better than everybody else in the room was higher.
Right.
That's a Kobe mentality right there.
A what?
Kobe. That's what Kobe did.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Kobe. Yeah. Kobe just trained all day. He was just like, all right, if you're only training mornings, I'm going to train mornings, afternoons, and nights.
Yeah. And it's true. It worked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, it came down to like the day. Like if I saw that Lonnie was coming and I wasn't there, I'd be pissed. I'm like, fuck, he's gonna get better than me. Mm-hmm. Like, no, I can't let that happen. So like, I would go like 2 more times.
Yeah.
You know, or something like that.
Honestly, that's the main reason I joined jiu-jitsu. I knew Lonnie was going. I'm like, man, he's been going like 2-3 months.
I can't let him beat my ass.
There's no way I'm gonna let him pass me up. No.
That's why I didn't want Joe to start in the beginning.
So I'm gonna start first. I'm gonna not tell him.
I had to get on it.
You know, you had started like a podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess I want you to share your story with them, and you told me actually about an interesting guest that you had on.
Me and my best friend, we started a podcast maybe like 2 years ago, and I know the biggest, I don't want to necessarily call it a failure, but consistency is what just tore us up.
Yeah.
You know, it's the adult life, it's kids, it's me doing jiu-jitsu now, our work schedules, you know. So not committing a set time was where we failed at that, you know. But it's still like up there. Like we have, I think it was 8 videos or something, on YouTube. To kind of go back, I know why you also asked me. The biggest part was like the editing. It was mics. Like we have a mic, but I bought it because we were just recording off on our phone. I don't know shit about any of this. Like, I don't know. So like I was looking at like I think it's your guys' page or maybe your page and like you're going over all this. I'm like, what the fuck was this info like 2 years ago? I could have used this, you know. But like I'm just so lost with it, and it made it harder because my friend is the same thing. Like he didn't know shit about fuck either. And we're both just shooting in the dark here, and our only hope was like, you know what, like a lot of these other people, they probably started on just a phone and a mic, so like maybe one day, you know.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's the right mentality to have, though.
The mic. No, it's just exactly what you're saying. That's honestly what we've been doing for the past 2 years is going in circles about we just need to upload. Like, even if it's just putting the camera on and talking, we just need to upload. And then, I mean, I know Lonnie, like, for the past 3 or 4 weeks that we've been going consistently with this and meeting up with people, I know you're spending every day editing.
Literally every day, yeah.
It takes up the whole time. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Man.
And then things happen in your life, and then you're like,
They get pushed off,
Yeah, and it's just like, seeing the momentum though, because like I know Lonnie was super excited. He's like, we got 12 subscribers now, 13, 16.
Yeah.
It's like, the consistency.
That's what it is, man.
That's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
being able to just keep meeting up over and over again, and like you said with your buddy and your podcast, like just if somebody has a problem, you can just help them out.
Yeah.
Like just shooting the shit, talking. Like you have a cool experience with that one guy that none of us were a part of, but we got to hear about it. And like you said, that was a podcast. Was that one uploaded?
Yeah, that one. I think that.
Go
is
check
our
out the
last-
podcast.
Plug it.
Just like wait for me
And
to
get back into it.
I think that's our last uploaded video.
Yeah.
That's our
Men on Manor.
Our podcast was called Men on Manor because we live on Manor Place, and you know we're men. And then each episode we called it like a garage talk because we were just shooting shit in my garage.
Yeah.
So.
And we would love to have our own building to be able to do this and set it up better. Like we're just using what we have right now, obviously the library.
Yeah.
But even like sitting around a fire talking would be ideal, or even like a space your size, somewhere where like people know that they can consistently go into. And,
Yeah.
You know,
and it's a safe space to just let loose and talk about stuff.
the old place had a perfect spot to do all of this. I actually planned it out, but
Oh, are you talking about that back door?
yeah, that back door.
We
That
would have put some like couches and shit. back
dude,
there.
we could have did it all, man.
Yeah.
Like that was the whole vision when our first place that we had. I want to do all this, but I didn't know how to start. Same thing, you know. I didn't know fuck about shit either, dude. Like, you know, but like to parallel with the gym, it was the same exact way, dude. It was me and Mike for months, dude, and then another one came, and then another one came, and it happened, but it happened very slowly, you know. So that's the most painful part because you're like, damn, is this what it is? You know, you're not sure, and you're just trying to like. I knew consistency was going to be the key. Like I had to keep doing it, and it was like, you know, at some point you have to be like, okay, I'm going to give it one more year. I'm going to give it one more month. I'm going to give it one, you know, whatever. And I was, you know, I tried to push all the way to that point. We're like, okay, just got one more month left, you know. But I think I was talking about this last time. It's like when it makes that turn, you know, like when you start to see momentum shift, it's the best feeling, man.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I was gonna say too, kind of going off of like the podcast where you guys were saying we only did it for like 2 years or like nine episodes basically.
Yeah.
Me and Lonnie just had this conversation before you guys got here on how we have felt like where we're at in our business, like we've scaled and we felt like we have progression just because we've all known that like we have our parts in the business now. Lonnie's taking care of the podcast editing. For our other side of our business, I handle client relationships. I handle like advertisements. Joe's been really handling like reels and one of a certain client of ours. So like we all understood like, all right, we all can't be at the same place at the same time.
Yeah.
We all got to utilize what
You're
our
good.
strengths are
Yeah.
and what we can do to help grow, to help scale. Because if we just all want to tackle the same thing, we're just not going to scale.
Yep.
You know, so that was one thing that we had that helped us out a lot. Like, and that was something I don't know if you guys ever had those discussions as like with you and your partner.
Yeah, I mean, it never really got there. Again, it was just we've been best friends since we were little kids, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, man, dude, we should really do this. He's like, we've been having these kind of conversations our whole lives. We just need to throw a camera in front of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we literally did. We just threw up a camera in front of us and we started recording, and there was really no real discussion. It was like one point where I kind of had some thoughts of that, and like I made an Instagram page, and I made like a couple, like maybe 1 or 2 reels about like just content and just to put something out. Like, I don't know what it was, like, hey guys, like we're putting up a new episode. Like what I would do is I would do like a thumbnail of like our new episode. Like, all right guys, like coming soon. Like we're gonna upload this tonight or tomorrow, and like give a little quick background and like boom, that's it. And then I just failed at staying up to date with that. But again, if it's
Don't say that.
if it's gonna be if
didn't
it's gonna
fail.
be like 2 people though, like
Smart.
you have to both be full in and like both do it, you know.
Yeah, and that's where like a lot of the things where I felt like in life where a lot of entrepreneurs or a lot of people who have that mindset that they want to do more than just a 9 to 5
Mhm.
is that even if you feel like you're gonna do it yourself, it's like you can't.
Yeah.
Like at one point you're gonna have a team. At one point you're gonna have employees. At one point you're gonna have to talk to your clients. You know, like who's gonna be managing what? Who's gonna be doing the day to day? Who's gonna be putting in the systems in place? Like those all have to be talked about. And I felt like with us, I mean, we're 2-3 years in now. This is our 3rd year anniversary of us being a business. Like I think year 2 is our biggest pivot that we had, because we just started to understand, because at year 1 we were just all trying to do everything.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
like, all right, editing, we go all fucking do it, you know, websiting, we go all fucking do it, you know. But we just all decided, like, dude, you only have 2 eyes, 2 arms, like use those for one side of the business, and I'm gonna do it for the other side. So that's what really helped us too, and I felt like you guys were just at that beginning stage where you guys didn't have
Yeah,
those
it was just so
conversations.
really new, and I think obviously the biggest problem for us, also like our society in general, is the instant gratification.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
you think
getting,
you get like 1,000 followers for
it's
a day
getting
or something
past.
like
Like
that?
I never really had that intention. Like it would be cool. My intention is just do enough or get to a good enough spot where I could actually make some impact on somebody's life and help, you know, individuals. If it's anything more than that, fucking awesome, cool. But
It just takes one person to be like, dude, I got sick or I'm not feeling well today.
Yeah.
That little, and that's what we've seen in our business. Like,
Yeah.
just that one thing, like one of us gets sick, one of us.
Why you gotta be
doesn't
sick?
come in. It just fucks it up.
Yeah.
Because then that's that next week, you're just like, fuck.
You gotta
now
be
trying to
I
play
can't.
catch up or something, yeah.
Yeah.
And then especially it makes it harder when you have kids and a family.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because now I can't take away time from them to just go do this. That's not necessarily right. Like this isn't making me money, and that's how, you know, your wife or whatever might see it. Like, why are you doing that? Like, I'm in here all day. Like, I'm watching the kids all the time. Like, I'm already dedicating to, you know, 12 hours.
TV show.
Yeah, 12 hours a week, you know, to jiu-jitsu and training. And now you want to do another, you know, 2 hours on top of that
Yeah.
for this or something. And people make it work.
Mhm.
You know, you just got to talk about it. And that's how I've been able to make jiu-jitsu work. It's me and my wife, we've talked about it.
I think that's strong though. That's super strong, because that's even how me and my girl are. It's literally like, all right, she understands that like I'm the entrepreneur. Like if we're gonna be financially set in life, I don't like using the word like rich because I don't like rich, but I think financially set to have freedom to do whatever we want.
Yeah.
She understands like, all right, my time is going to have to be away from the family more than yours. Like you understand, like
Yeah.
you're going to be more with the kids and at home and raising them and telling them what's right and wrong. And you know, I'm going to be more of this like the figure of telling them like more strict, like how to live life, like
Yeah.
how to be respectful, how to treat others.
That's actually really smart.
It's a little bit more, you know, conservative, traditional view.
It
I mean,
is,
that's
very
exactly, that's exactly how my wife and I are.
It's very conservative, very conservative. The man goes out and works, provides, and then the woman raises kids, and that's something we've agreed on, and
Yeah.
it works. But the biggest thing is is you guys have to be in agreement.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
It's
It
not
can
a
be
one
easy.
person.
Yeah,
It's not a
it's
one
fucking
person
easy.
buy-in.
It's fucking easy to say it, but you guys both have to agree, and that's
Yeah.
something I'm very thankful for about, like,
100%.
I think we're only here where we're at today is like just because of the consistency. I was telling Tommy yesterday, like the whole first year we only met and committed to meeting because we all had like similar goals.
Mhm.
We had no idea how we were gonna get there, but it was just like as long as we commit to meeting, like we'll eventually figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it's been. I mean, we still utilize some of the skills and stuff that we've learned in the beginning, but I don't even know if I could, looking back, I don't even know if I can draw the roadmap from where we started to where we're at now. But that consistency.
Just right hustle.
Yeah. Like it's just giving us that clarity. Maybe not the next 10 steps, but the next 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And then we've committed to like not giving up.
That's
we
good,
we
man.
fucking do we fail, we pivot. It seems like every fucking week, honestly. And I think that's been the only thing that, at least for me, has kept me going is focusing on the controllables. Like, okay, do we get a video out? Yeah. Did we meet? Yeah. Did we discuss? Yeah. Do we make a game plan so we aren't failing the same way as we did the week previous?
Yeah.
And from jiu-jitsu to fucking weight loss to the gym to the business, in my life, that's been the only way I've grown, is failing, learning, improving, and just keeping it up.
Yeah. No, that's good.
what's the perfect day?
Oh, what's the perfect day? Oh man,
It's good.
we're gonna go through some weeds here. I would say probably like a morning class, like early morning class of jiu-jitsu.
Oh yeah.
Good comp class, get the blood going.
Yeah, dude, that's why it sucks, man. When I have to switch for work, to go back to my seasonal stuff, I won't be able to make Saturdays no more. That's my favorite class, But I do that. Afterwards, probably go to a downtown place in Dero Cafe, get some good coffee.
Oh, dude.
Good coffee.
Or downtown?
Yeah, I would do something like that. That's something that is real special to my wife and I. Is we love to go sit down and just chat and have some good coffee and some.
Damn, you actually talk to your wife?
Oh man, after that, dude, I don't know. I'm a pretty simple guy. I like seeing my people. I love just hanging out with my guys. If I could see them and just shoot the shit. I'm a big gun guy. I go to the range or something. Do that too.
Perfect day.
Perfect day. Jiu-jitsu, for sure. I would say I'm pretty close to it right now, to be honest. Like, I don't think I'd really want to add too much, but jiu-jitsu for sure. I love coffee shops also. And I've been reading a lot lately, so I love the coffee shop for reading and writing. It's like my favorite. But outside of that, like building something, like building cars.
Mm-hmm.
Building cars has always been a passion of mine, and I got away from it for a long time. But I had no business building the car that I have right now. Like I have no money for it, but the deal came by, and I just kind of just picked it up. But it's something about starting something and finishing it. Like I could go buy a Lego set and I'd almost feel just as accomplished, But that is like one of my favorite things.
Having a project.
And having the goal at the end, like I've built a lot of cars in my life and they were almost all my favorite, but it's the building that like really gets to me, Having it at the end's cool too, but then honestly, I think the whole process of building is my favorite. And for some reason, when it comes to business, it's not the same. It's so much harder, and like trying to figure out that has been like the biggest obstacle. But I think we're figuring it out, and it's kind of happening.
I was gonna ask you how your stress is lately. I mean, it seems like you got people signing up now. It's been building.
Yeah.
Right? So,
well, the stress has changed, so I'm still stressed. But but yeah, as far as the gym's doing great. We got and not just like with the amount of people. Yeah, we have a great group right now. We're sustainable. We're not bleeding money out of our butt. Excuse me. But like again, like the stress has changed, but it's like I knew it was going to be stressful. Like I knew it was going to take this kind of work to do this, and I'm fine with it. Like you sacrifice, and I think as long as you know what you're sacrificing for, it's okay. Like because I don't plan on being at this stage like financially all my life. Like hopefully I'll do better. But if not, it's okay too. But I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to go forward. I'm trying to keep pushing.
Even in our declaration, like we're guaranteed the pursuit of happiness. Like the happiness isn't guaranteed. I think a lot of people can be misconceived because they think they're entitled to like that success.
Exactly.
And everything.
Oh my God,
yeah.
I am guilty of that for sure. Like thinking that you've put in. I mean, I have put in the work. I've done all the work, but then you don't get the same result as that guy. What the fuck, right? So, but yeah, I think focusing on the pursuit has been the juice for me. At the end, it's like I get the money, I get the award, I get the gold medal, whatever. Like, yeah, great. What's next?
Yeah, literally.
I don't know if that's like a negative thing, but
no, it's always fleeting. Like once you finally get it, you're happy for it.
that's why I know like money won't do anything for me. I have $1 million, I'll just blow it, or like I'll do something stupid with it. Like
There's a great quote. It's by
flying microphone.
no, money doesn't change you. It just makes you more of who you are.
So does jujitsu.
That was a great quote. I was
Yeah.
like, a lot of people think that
That's so true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an asshole. You're just gonna be more of an asshole.
Exactly. Nothing's gonna change. This shows you your true colors.
You were saying, hopefully you do better financially. That's not where you want to be forever. I think I asked you this question last time, but do you feel fulfilled with where you're at right now? I mean, you said you're not that far off from your dream day.
Yeah. No, I totally am fulfilled. Like, becoming, like, opening the school has always been a dream of mine, and I can't think of a better one for me. Like, it's been great. Like, I have a great coach. I have great students. Everything has been, now it's been great. So I don't really have complaints. And we could all be better at something, and there's some part of our life, but I wanna try to be better at what I'm doing now, and ride that wave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stuttering right now because I'm kind of thinking about the last question you guys were talking about. Like, I was talking, like, Lonnie knows more about this than anyone, but I wanted to have like a big video presence. Obviously I got the place, and I was explaining the space that we had, but I wanted to do all of this. But no matter how much I tried, like I could never do it on my own. I needed to have a team. I needed to have people like come to me and help me with what I was doing. And look where we're sitting, it just kind of happened, and I don't know, grace of God,
I have any of you guys like heard of the law of attraction? Mm-hmm. I think this is like the perfect example.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the law of attraction?
I know I've heard it before.
I've heard it, but explain it to Joe. Yeah.
I understand, but
Yeah.
you have to explain it to Lonnie.
Yeah, I mean, basically just, I don't want to say paradoxical, but the law of attraction basically just states that the more you commit, and I could be paraphrasing it wrong, but the more you commit to the stuff that you like and stuff that you want to do, the more you'll be surrounded by people who are interested on the same shit. And I mean, it's pretty logical, right? Like, I like jujitsu. I'm gonna go to jujitsu class, and like, maybe not everybody, but like, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 guys there that are gonna have similar interests, and
You really click with.
yeah. I actually mentioned this on I think one of Joe's videos, is that I think the more that a man commits to his purpose, the more the people in his life benefit from it.
Mm.
Maybe not immediately, but given enough time, for sure. Like, you know, it's made me a better person, Josh. Like, I've known you for a while, and like I just have seen the growth from, you know, where we first met to like when you had your kids to now with the business, and how that's gone and shaped you as a man, right? And has taught you a lot of things about yourself and the way you are in situations. And same thing with me and Joe. With a lot of hard shit in life, you know, it exposes who you are, and like you find out like what you're made of and how you respond like in certain situations.
And another way to kind of explain that. Bars! Bars!
Chat, clip that.
Real quick. Paul, the law of attraction.
Webster's dictionary. We'll be right back.
That your thoughts and emotions create your reality, meaning that what you focus on, both consciously and unconsciously, will manifest in your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like the way I like to explain it, it's like a residue, you know, of like positive energy and good vibes, right? Like if you have a group of people, which we have, like a good group of people that are positive, willing to help each other and work it's just gonna flourish into something else, you know? Like one of the girls, she has like a band. Now she's got like 20 more people coming, you know, because of now she joined jiu-jitsu, and she's got like a wider group of friends that'll like support her and stuff like that. And I started the gym, and I wanted an online presence, and then I got this guy who I'm almost closely related to in a way, kind of. You know.
You're black too?
From the waist down.
Knew it.
Tommy, you don't have to keep flexing on camera, bro. His muscle fibers go there. You guys are gonna be in the middle of talking, and then you're gonna go through the video, and it's just like, damn.
He's black.
But I don't know, man. Like, I'm just so happy now. I just can't really explain it. Like, I love everything that's happening in my life. Well, not everything, but most things. You know, just as far as this goes. Like, I love being able to like talk like this with other men. I like being able to share my passion with like other people. I still eat good food, you know, like everything leading up to this point has been purposeful, you know. And I feel like, you know, I don't think I'm quite at the level of like law of attraction, but I feel like it's getting there, you know. It's like I can feel it. So
Well, what you were saying about like a man's purpose, dude, I used to struggle with that. I used to talk
most
to
men do, man.
Mm-hmm.
like I used to talk to my wife, and I'm like, I don't know what my purpose is. Like I felt like in a dream world, you know, the way my mentality is, the way I think, like, and it sounds real kind of goofy, but I used to tell some people this. I'm like, if I could do things the way I want, I'd be a fucking Superman or superhero, so I could fucking just save people. All I want to do is just help people all day, you know. And if I could like be that, fuck yeah. Like
You already are that, bro.
and
you already
that's
that.
kind of what I'm getting to is like I finally get it. Like I think my purpose is just serving people, and
It's the most fulfilling.
yeah,
bro.
like you know, like you in the gym. Like I've told you countless times, dude, fucking call me if you need me to help with anything, or like even going to the new gym. It started with me like I'm helping stay-in mom today. He does it all the time by himself. I'm going to help today. So then now he kind of sees that I'm willing, and then that opens the door a little bit more for you to be like, oh, okay, he is getting a little serious. Like he does kind of want to help. Like I just want to help people in any fashion, whether it's something in their house, in their fucking car. Like I'll figure it out. Like I've done a lot of shit. Like I'm at an age where I've had a fair amount of life experience, especially with like younger guys, you know, or even some of the guys I work with. I told you they're all like teenagers or college age. I've been there and done that already. You know, so you guys need a hand, talk to me. That's what I'm here for. So like I've realized like my purpose is serving others.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And a lot of times, you know, I feel like some people are so talented in whether they're like a musician or I can't build shit. I'm not. I don't have it in me. I'm good at breaking shit down, but I can't build shit. So like I even look at like carpenters and stuff, like that's a skill. That's awesome that they have that. I'm like, but what can I do to help people? Like what's my purpose?
Yeah.
So I struggled with that for a long time. And I had the same thing. It's like I think I'm just here to help people. Whether it's like helping someone lift some heavy shit into their car.
Yeah.
Or helping clean, like whatever it is, making a video for somebody, it just feels good to help. And that's kind of where I found my purpose too.
Yeah.
And that's what we made United Purpose, what we call this. You know, in the beginning when we were coming up with the name and everything, we were very focused on small businesses and helping people realize that like it is hard starting a business. You don't have to do it by yourself.
Yeah.
So our like slogan is inspiring, achieving, all together. But that kind of morphed into just like a way of life. Like whatever it is you're struggling with, you don't have to go through it alone. Like 5 dudes sitting in a conference room talking about problems and experiences that you've had. It helps.
It's going to help somebody.
Yeah.
Whether it's us 5 in this room or someone else, you know, that'll see this.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that was the whole point with the podcast that I originally had is the same exact, you know, idea.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to help people.
I
We just need to be consistent.
I think you left out about how like where for the past 3 years that we have been working on this is how you said we started off with small businesses, we went into other categories for the business, sub accounts, different businesses, how we can help. But the one main thing is our name, United Purpose. That has never changed. And it was like 3 hour night, I think it was.
We spent the whole first meeting just trying to come up with a name for ourselves.